Hey guys, it's Nuclear and I'm back. So today I'm actually going to be talking about, wow, my game is glitchy AF right now. These redstone clocks. So now, you guys enjoy. I'll see you. So yeah, I actually had to stop those clocks. So first I'm going to start off by demonstrating a command block clock. So what this is, right, it's got a command block that's setting, I'm creating a redstone block directly one block above it and then destroying it. Now if you're going to use this, I recommend you first do /game roll, the tile drops false, and do /game roll false, so you don't want to, so you don't want I'm sure you don't want your chat to be flooded, and B, I'm sure you don't want to get severe lag because the number of entities that will spawn your world items. So anyway, let's just do this, grab this, and as you can see, this clock just literally goes so fast. Anything it's put against will be powered. Going so fast, it will be powered permanently. This is no joke. Okay, so this could be said, this is the tag, there's just no tags in it. And all this is doing is basically setting a block above it, then instantly destroying it. So basically it's it's doing infinitely many a second. Obviously Minecraft can't actually handle that, but I just think it's so many. Redstone can't keep up. So let's go to the next one. I'll see you. So I'm back. So now I'm going to be talking about this clock. Uses the concept of a piston and redstone block powering some redstone, which will right. So what happens is, let's quickly stop this clock. Right. So this redstone block will power this redstone right here, which then forces this piston to extend. Right. So okay. So then of course the redstone will no longer be powered, so it will retract, then extend, retract. This will go exactly 5 times a second, because it takes 2 redstone ticks for one process to occur. So yeah, 5 seconds. Not much to explain behind this, it's just a bit of the weird mechanics. So let's show you how to build this. I've forgotten this. Okay, so this command right here, I'm also going to be putting in a description, but you can also read it in chat. So anyway, okay, so now let's get to building this. So let's place a block. Sticky piston, redstone block, redstone. Now if I place a redstone lamp, it will, well, pulse, basically. You can see it gets some pretty good disco lighting. I can think of other purposes. Actually, I thought a disco lighting with beacons would be quite nice, but anyway, I'm going to stop this clock, and see you guys anyway. So before I say that, you notice that the instant I remove the block, it will stop the clock. That's because the signal is passing through this block into the piston. So just to stop that, see, the redstone just stays powered. So that's just the principle this thing base works on. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in it. So next up we have the comparator clock. And this works because the comparator is constantly locking and unlocking it thing. To lock it takes half a redstone tick, and unlocking it takes half a redstone tick. So this one goes 10 times a second, and it's so fast this redstone lamp cannot keep updating. Right, it's not too much to be said by that. Like I said, it just works on the basis that comparators can lock themselves, right? So if I do this, then this, and this, and I chuck a lever behind it, and it can't change. Okay, so it's going to be unlocking and locking itself. No, to put it another way to start saying is the repeater lock. So we've got repeaters running into each other with levers and levers. If this one's powered, this one will send a signal for this. This one's locked, it can't change state. Similar thing concept for the comparator, just that it's unlocking and unlocking itself. You don't have to do it manually. So next up is going to be this redstone torch clock. So see you guys in a minute. Now this one works on a similar basis, but basically what happening is, right, I've got a lever constantly powering this redstone, but if you do this, you notice some of the redstone lamps burn. This works on the concept of a burnout clock, which is just a redstone. Eventually, on a clock, right, redstone torches can only work so many times. So eventually, so what this does is, each one works in a burnout clock, then another redstone torch will be powered. I don't know why the other ones aren't working, but yeah. Now, in case you're wondering how the heck all these things work, especially if it isn't real life, some physics here. Effectively, redstone repeaters are like superconductors. Redstone is not superconductor because, you know, redstone is sort of a superconductor, you could say, because it will lose power. It can only send electricity a finite length, but redstone can pass through itself infinitely. Okay, so you could technically say that redstone torches and repeaters are superconductors. Now, if you've got absolutely no experience in quantum physics whatsoever, I'm going to explain to you what a superconductor is. A superconductor is just a conductive material which electricity can pass through that is cooled down to really near absolute zero, which is about 275 degrees Celsius, negative 275 degrees Celsius. And basically at that point, it will lose absolutely none of its electric charge. You can prove that any metal you're using is a superconductor if you get a tube of it right. And the most common one used for this job is either liquid oxygen or liquid nitrogen. You have to cool those really cold to get in the liquid state, so obviously putting them on top is going to make it a superconductor. Now, if you drop a magnet down a superconductor tube, the magnet will actually stay hanging in air. In fact, if you just put a magnet to a superconductive metal in general, it will just stay levitating. And some people in China have actually exploited this, and the Chinese government uses this for very, very fast trains. That's just a bit of fun physics for you, so I hope you guys enjoyed. And next I'm going to be working on this. Now, this is where I explain superconductors first, right? This has got a sharp pulse, and that was too slow. There we go, that's working. Basically, because the repeaters are superconducting diodes, effectively they're just repeating the strength. It's complicated, but yeah. So what happening is these redstone lamps. Okay, so this signal is if I extend the pulse, I'm also going to now need to stop the clock. So now let's So as you can see, this one's powering this redstone, which then puts it in for this repeater, not comparator, which then does it again and again and again and again and again, off to infinity. And this can be used as a useful concept called a pulse shortener, which is comparators which don't repeat strength. So if I do this, so you can see that weakens the pulse, and remove this, it takes time for it to go through itself, which is basically the whole concept this thing worked. That's the concept of a pulse shortener. So as we see, signal will pass through itself. So now let's use another example. So let's use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just use 3 comparators running into each other with redstone on either side. Like I said, they don't repeat their power, so that's what's really useful about this. So now you can see this will keep running it around until eventually the power runs out. Now if I do this again with I believe that's the okay, so let's do a few more. Each time it will last longer because the strength is proportionate to the number of comparators. So it's going around there quite fast, but yeah, after a little bit, yes, the signal will run out. So if you want to do me a video on these kinds of things, like logic gates and clocks and that kind of, well, no, not clocks, sharp pulsers, that kind of stuff, just tell me, honestly, my plan to do it anyway. That is literally the summary of all of these clocks. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.